Greetings, YouTube. Happy Friday. It took me exactly 23 minutes to get this offer to appear on my screen. I actually had time to kind of write down and assess what I thought a fair value of each offer would be, and knowing Kabam like I do, what they would try to price these offers at. And so actually I came really close. So I don't know if that means that I have been spending way too much time in my life trying to decide what is in the brain of the Kabam marketers in terms of a fair value. But we can at least now talk about the three bundles that I got some messages in the past 20 minutes. Prof, I'm seeing these banners, I'm seeing these in-game messages, but I'm not seeing the deal. What's the deal? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe the interns are on a donut break up in Canada. Maybe they closed down for half an hour. I have no idea. We had never seen a case where bundles had been advertised in multiple banners and that the details had also been in the inbox right away, but the bundles actually weren't existing in the unit store itself. But now that they are there, we can determine the trash or cash level of each, also keeping in mind that we are just a couple of weeks away from Thanksgiving, and we are indeed only 2 weeks away from Black Friday. And that is traditionally a holiday that Kabam likes to give special offers, as is a few days later with Cyber Monday. So I try to keep that in mind. Some of you in other countries have been asking what are Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Just think in the traditional holiday of Thanksgiving for America, that it is the day after Thanksgiving, that Friday. And then just a few days after that, the following Monday, which is the internet equivalent of where retailers try to online give really special deals, and of course Marvel Contest of Champions is no exception with their bundles. Okay, so we are going to start from the lowest end and talk about the value, and I actually made a video where I guessed all of these, and I got 100% of the prices right, but I'm not going to make this a longer video, so you're just going to have to trust me on that. Okay, so the 3-star Signature Stone bundle, I want to say that the first two bundles, the 3-star and the 4-star, are kind of tricky because even though they're advertised as the 3-star and the 4-star, the main value in them actually comes from the Signature Stone that they're offering that is a star above the title. So, for example, the 3-star Signature Stone bundle actually has the most value because it gives you 5 generic 4-star Signature Stones and 10 4-star Signature Crystals. So it's actually not the 3-star that's worth the $10. It's the 4-star. Is it still worth $10? Well, let's talk about this. We have seen Kabam be very generous in the past year when it comes to 3-stars. We have seen them, for about this price of $10, give not only an Awakening Gem, a generic Awakening Gem, but also an item that makes that champion instantly go from Signature 1 to Signature 99, basically from no signature ability to maxed out signature ability. So, on the basis of a 3-star Signature Stone bundle as well, this is not nearly as good of a value for your $10 as that is. However, the 5 generic Signature Stones for 4 stars and the 10 class-based are worth at least $5 in my book, and that's actually a pretty conservative estimate. If you are new to the game and you really have like one really good 4-star Awakened Champ that you want to throw some SIGs into, that 5, like in a Scarlet Witch or Wolverine, I don't know, it might be worth $10 to you. But in general, my advice to you is if you're going to spend any money today, try to open your wallet a little bit more because you're going to get much more value out of the next two in terms of the future of your game. Because if you're starting out, I promise you, if you progress quickly, 3 stars are going to instantly become less and less valuable to you. They're going to be something that you use in the arena once in a while, once you get to a certain point, but the 4 stars and the 5 stars and maybe eventually the 6 stars are going to be really the only champions you use in attack. So I would value this at actually about, I don't know, $7. So $10 is not the worst in comparison. I'm gonna give that a C+. I think that's a fair grade for a trash or cash offer for the 3-star Signature Stone bundle. Now, the 4-star Signature Stone bundle is where we start to get more value because, as I said before, really the value of this comes in the 5-star Signature Stones that you get, not the 4 stars. Now, the 4 stars, you get the 30 class-based generics are the 20. So you get 30 class-based, 1 out of 6. So what I mean by that is if you're aiming for a specific class, let's say you've got that Scarlet Witch and she's a Mystic Champion and you want to put more Signature Stones into her, well, you have a 1 out of 6 chance of getting that class because there are 6 classes and you're going to land on one of them in the 30. So my guess is if you're looking to pump a specific class in, on average, you're only going to get 3 to 4, maybe 5 of those classes in the 30 that you buy. Now that's why the generics are so valuable in this game, and why when Labyrinth of Legends first came out, you had to do an entire path just to get one. Like, people forget that, right? It's actually kind of amazing how those things are way more easily available. The only time I can remember as a intermediate player going through the game that I could get them was if I really, really fought hard and probably used quite a bit of revives on the highest difficulty level of the celebrity challenges, because you get 20 generic signature stones as 5 stars for 100% exploring that entire quest traditionally. So you get 24 stars, 20 class-based 5 stars, and 10 5 stars. And I actually think that's really, really generous given the $30 price range versus what we've seen before. So I think this actually is priced where it should be. And that is not always easy for me to admit for Kabam. So good job on this one. I think overall, this is the best value for your money, because the next one jumps up another $20 and only gives you an additional 26 stones. And depending on which champion you're ranking up, that might be just too rich for your blood, especially given what we expect to hopefully be a $50 worth of value. And keep in mind, I say this every time I do one of these videos. $50, $30, even $10. That's still a lot of money to spend on a mobile game. I think so many people get used to spending so many hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on things like Grandmaster featured crystals that it can almost desensitize you to blowing money on this game. But it's really important to step back and realize, no, like, this is still a lot of money. This is what used to get you an entire game that you could play for sometimes maybe even years on a console. And now you're looking to just up the signature level of one champion, or hopefully a few champions, for the same price. That's kind of stark when you take a step back and think about it, and I think it's worth mentioning that before we continue. Okay, so the one that most people are going to be most tempted to buy if you are an in-game player who has defeated most of the content in the game and has mostly rank 5, 65, 5 stars, or at least rank 4, 5 stars, is this 5-star Signature Stone bundle, which, you know, unfortunately, not that we have seen this yet in the game, so I wouldn't expect it, but every one of these other bundles gives you something above what it advertises. So wouldn't it be cool if they had just given you like 10 6-star Signature Stones? Almost no one has a Awakened 6-star, and even if you do, it's probably like a Deadpool X4, sorry, Dooley Ray, or like a King Groot, sorry, Jugs in my alliance. Not people you want to throw 6 stones into anyway, but it would be cool just to hold on to those items if they had given us that ability to go 1 star above the title of the bundle. Unfortunately for this one, they don't. So instead of the 20 on the right, you get 50, which of course is more than twice as many, and you get 20 more 5-star 6 stones instead of 10 on the right, but it is $20 more. And so, yes, if you are super thirsty for gold, the 500,000 gold might be a little tempting considering it is more than twice as much of the right. But I look at that value on the left and I think it's just missing something. It might be missing some tier 1 alpha catalyst to be thrown into this kind of deal. I don't know. But for the price, I'm just looking at the 4-star Signature Stone bundle, and I'm going to put that at a B+. I actually think that that is a very solid value considering the generics of the 5-star. You'll still get a few more of the class base with the 20, and then, of course, some added on 4 stars. That used to be the price of everything without the 5 stars. They used to just be what they charge 4-star 6 stones. Thank God that the game has evolved. But the one on the left, I just think it's too high a price considering you only get the 30 and the 50. I still think a lot of people are going to buy this because of the prestige race. A lot of alliances are forced on these days to buy these things together because you want to increase your overall prestige rating for alliance quest purposes and maybe sometimes even alliance war purposes. But besides that, if I've got a limited budget especially and I can only buy one of these, I can still increase a 5-star 10 levels. And if you're like me and you got tempted into buying that Awakened OG 5-star Vision offer last month, you're kind of hamstrung because you need that champion at a SIG 200 to really maximize their potential. And so every single generic that I'm getting personally, I'm immediately throwing into my Vision to help that power control Awakened ability. So I might, like, if I'm smart and I'm using my money wisely and I'm taking my own advice, I'm going to get the 4-star Signature Stone bundle just for the 5-star 6 stones and save that extra $20 for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. If I'm being dumb and greedy, which sometimes can happen, admittedly, I'll use all of my saved up iTunes or Google Play Swagbucks credit for the $50 one just to put an extra 20 SIGs into OG Vision and hope that I can get, like, best case scenario, maybe another additional 10 SIGs from the 55-star Signature Stone crystals to give him an additional 40 levels just so he's that much closer to maxing out at SIG 200. Anyway, sorry for the delay. Kabam was delaying my account, at least. Maybe it wasn't delayed on yours, but I had several people who said it was. But those are the Trash or Cash offers. So quickly to recap, the right one, I'm going to give a C+. The middle one, I'm going to give a B+. And the left one, I'm going to give a B-. I actually think, again, the middle one is the best value. But we're only 2 weeks away from Black Friday and 2 weeks from Monday away from Cyber Monday. So better deals are coming. Just keep that in mind, YouTube. And until next Trash or Cash offer review deal, have a fantastic weekend.